This will be the first of 3 playoff program content drops. The program is targeted to drop tomorrow simultaneously with Season 3 going live. The first drop of the playoff program, here's your Field Pass rewards for this. Comes with 34 challenges where you can play through the past and present playoff moments. You'll be able to earn XP for the playoff Field Pass and game predictor tokens throughout the challenge milestones. We will get to those playoff predictor tokens in a bit, but you can take a look at the full array of Field Pass rewards here. Notable rewards, 93 overall account-bound fantasy packs at level 9 and at level 23, and a 93 overall playoff fantasy pack at level 30. Along the Field Pass, we'll get to those playoff predictors and predictor tokens shortly. I know a lot of you are out there going, what are those? But here's some more playoff Field Pass objectives as we work our way through the playoff Field Pass. The nitty-gritty stuff for a lot of you guys out there. You can see ways to earn some stars, including those challenges, those playoff sets that you can complete, and then winning head-to-head or Super Bowl games with playoff players in your lineup. Pretty straightforward, but these are some ways to earn those XP inside the playoff Field Pass. Look at a couple of those stat-based objectives, recording 5 interceptions and 10 and 15 to get some XP. And then, boy, those Tote Gang out there, you guys got to be excited. Rushing for 3,000 yards, the top line for that stat objective. Now, talk about those playoff game predictor tokens. Game Predictors are back for the Ultimate Team Playoff Program. You'll be able to earn plenty of Game Predictor tokens through the challenges and the Playoff Field Pass throughout the playoff program. Place your Game Predictor token in any of the Game Predictor sets. The bolder your prediction, the more valuable coin reward for a correct prediction. Correct predictions will be rewarded the following week. If you happen to miss out on the wildcard game predictor sets, don't worry. Each round of the playoffs introduces new game predictor sets. I know there are guys out there, some of you you muttheads are out there, you want to risk it all. Maybe you're out there thinking, you know, I know Skylar Thompson isn't the most exciting quarterback, but I think he's going to win. Maybe you think Geno Smith and the Seahawks can take down the Niners. Just make sure you use those playoff game predictor tokens and get those rewards. Let's get into the player reveals and talk about those items you guys are going to be trying to grab, whether it's through packs, sets, whatever you're doing. Let's first go to the elites. 86, 88, and 91 overall elites. Some notable names you'll see on this list. How about under the 86 overall? Anybody looking for some special teams? Brett Maher there. You got Rashad White. What a season he had. 88 overall. Richie James Jr., where are my Giants fans out? He only let us down a couple times. Will Dissly, one of the best tight ends we've seen do really nice stuff with Geno Smith out in Seattle at 91 overall. How about Matt Breida and Evan McPherson, the kicker who, I mean, let's be clear, almost single-handedly took the Bengals to the Super Bowl last year. Can he do it yet again? We'll find out. Let's take a look at some of the sets as we work our way through the information. This is to get some of those playoff elite fantasy packs, and let's talk those playoff upgrade players. Let's go to those 90 overall players because these are very interesting. So you'll receive a playoff predictor token at level 2 and level 4 of the playoff field pass. You'll be able to use 2 tokens to choose 2 of the players we will reveal here now. So let's start with Asante Samuel Jr. Chargers fans out there. Who doesn't love Asante Samuel? Working our way through. How about the Seahawks? Great resurgence from Marquise Goodwin this year. Former 49er, really was a nice piece on that Seahawks offense. Miami Dolphins fans, I know you got Skylar Thompson out there, but maybe you guys will win a game. I don't know, never know. Jalen Phillips is your 90 overall playoff upgrade player. Cam Robinson for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Big shout out to Doug Peterson, the Jaguars, getting to the playoffs. I don't know if anybody expected that at the beginning of the year. Division champ, Jacksonville Jaguars. Cincinnati, Queen City, stand up. How about Jermaine Pratt, your 90 overall playoff upgrade player? We're going to wait to the Dallas Cowboys, America's team, Dalton Schultz. Dak Prescott's maybe favorite target out there at the tight end position. New York Football Giants. How about Julian Love? Showing the love out there on the defensive side of the ball. Tampa Bay, you found your way to the playoffs. That's all that matters. Tom Brady in the playoffs. You never want to bet against Tom Brady. as Chris Godwin is going to be your playoff upgrade player. Baltimore Ravens Calais Campbell, been a stalwart on that Ravens defense, what seems like forever. For the Niners, I mean, who else? Who else but Kyle Juszczyk, who's so much more than a fullback. He does a little bit of everything for that 49ers team. Certainly, I know Christian McCaffrey having a guy like that out there for the Kansas City Chiefs. How about Carlos Dunlap, a former Bengal, now out there with the Kansas City Chiefs. And Buffalo Bills. It seems like Josh Allen can throw to just about anybody, and Isaiah McKenzie took advantage of a couple big games out there. Minnesota Vikings, it's your defensive leader, Harrison Smith at strong safety. And last but not least, Eagles fans, where are you? Philly, I know you're out there. You're yelling, well, who's our player? How about Landon Dickerson? Now, with these players, you'll notice some of them are 90, some of them are 91 overall. These players are all going to be upgraded by a +1 for each round of the playoffs that that this team moves on. So you get these 2 playoff predictor tokens. You get to pick 2 of these players. Pick the players you think is going to go the farthest. Because if you pick somebody who gets eliminated in the first round, they're going to stay at that 90 overall. But if you pick somebody who gets the Super Bowl, count them up, 94 overall. Now, you'll notice some of them are 91 overall. Those are the players that have the buys in the first round, so they already get that +1. So all those first round buys are working if you're going to select those players.
See, obviously, to get to the Super Bowl.
A reminder, guys, you'll have until this Saturday, till 3 p.m. Eastern, to reach level 2 and level 4 of the playoff field pass to get those player predictor tokens. So don't forget to start grinding that field pass. Again, this all releases tomorrow. More player reveals. Who wants to find out some more about these this playoff program? Again, release number 1. And we're going to take a look at some of the heroes of the playoff program. Boog starting off, 93 overall, Tyron Smith. 6'5", 305, gets edge protector for 1, gets secure protector for 2. Certainly somebody that, if you're struggling to block some of these pass rushes, Tyron Smith's going to help you.
Oh, yeah, for sure, Nick. This is the guy you want to put on your field because you're going to be able to get that edge protector for 1. You're really not going to concern yourself with the secure for 2 AP when you can just save the 1 extra AP and just put edge protector on him. He's going to get it done with the 94 pass block.
On the flip side, if you're looking for maybe somebody on the right side of that formation, we've got Evan Neal, the rookie for the New York Football Giants. 6'8", 345 out of Alabama. He gets nasty streak for 2. He gets edge protector for 1 if you're looking for a right tackle. Let's move to the defensive side of the ball. Harrison Phillips is our next player item reveal. Vikings and Bills chem. 6'3", 307, gets no outsiders for 1, gets goal line stuff for 1. Just trying to find any defense on the goal line. I know there are a lot of people out there would be remiss to not put Harrison Phillips on their team. Tyler Davis. How about Logan Wilson, a pass coverage outside linebacker, 90 speed, gets lurker for 1, flat zone KO for 1. I know linebackers aren't always the most exciting, but this is somebody with that lurker for 1 that could help you out.
Yeah, this is my favorite card of the bunch, right? 6'2", so has good size, good height, 90 speed. You see it there, and you talked about it. Lurker, I think, is a little bit underrated this year as far as past years, but it's always one of my favorite abilities. Gets that lurker for 1 AP. Definitely a nice card to have out on your squad.
Clef, I know you're a Bucs fan, so we had to give you the best wide receiver for Tom Brady out there, the man that's never let you down. Scotty Miller is out there. That's right. Deep out elite for 1, deep in elite for 1. 94 speed for Scotty Miller. What do you think about the number 1 wide receiver on the Bucs?
Yeah, you see that 94 speed. If you rocking a Bucs theme in, you can get them all the way up to 96. And just having deep out elite, deep in elite for 1 AP, being able to catch those deep passes without getting those knockouts, it's imperative because you can secure big gains without dealing with having the pass knocked out. So you got to use them, man. And any receiver Tom throwing to, it's going to be better. And we know Tom Brady is a meta quarterback in MUT right now with the item that he has out right now with the gunslinger, fearless, and set feet elite. Set feet lead for 7 AP.
You heard it here first, folks. He didn't deny that Scotty Miller's the best wide receiver, so take that to Twitter. How about let's go back to the defensive side. Baltimore Ravens. How about Patrick Queen? What a season he has had so far. 6', 229, middle linebacker, field general archetype. Gets mid-zone KO for 1 and lurker for 1 at 6 foot. In the middle of the defense. I know we saw that Rob Gronkowski season 3 item, but maybe you're not going to get there quite yet. You're looking for somebody to fill in. How about Dawson Knox, who has been maybe one of Josh Allen's best targets over the last couple of years. 6'4", 257, vertical threat tight end, 1 AP tight end apprentice. Dennis, 1 AP short in elite. User, last but not least, I know you love a good cornerback out there to help you on defense, and Shaq Griffin, Jags and Seahawks chem, he's been so good with Jacksonville, really helped that pass defense. He gets pick artist for 1 and deep out zone KO for 1. What do you think of Shaq Griffin?
You know, I see a lot of people starting to switch up and use the Seattle Seahawks theme team. I think he'll fit great on there. You have him about 95 speed. He'll be a good blitzer out the dollar. He does have pick artists for 1 AP and deep out for 1 AP. It's a lot of guys that have better AP than him, but you can definitely have him on the field when it comes to those dollar and nickel defense. Put him in the slot. He's a great guy to apply pressure.
Now you're wondering, how do I get some of these items? Let's talk the sets to get these 93 overall playoff heroes. Exchange 2 91 overall playoff players and 2 88 overall playoff players to receive that 93 overall playoffs hero fantasy pack. You'll get your choice. So that is how you can get yourself one of these playoff heroes. We will get to those, because I know you guys are sitting there going, I need to know what these LTDs are. I need to know what I'm going to be hunting for in packs. And we're going to tell you right now, 96 overall LTDs for the playoff program release number 1. We start things off as one of Clef's favorite targets. If he's an Aaron Rodgers guy, Randall Cobb has been playing with Aaron Rodgers since he was, I think, 12 years old. Packers, Cowboys, and Texas team chem gets Slotto for 0, deep out for 1, evasive for 1, route tech for 2, and Slotto for 1. So 95 speed, 94 spec catch for Randall Cobb, your second LTD. It wasn't a great year for him, but he's still a great player. And I know that there's some uncertainty. Sean McVay coming back. Well, we know Aaron Donald's still really good. 96 overall, Aaron Donald. 6'1", 280 gets El Toro for 0, edge threat elite for 2, unpredictable for 1, double or nothing for 1, and inside stuff for 1. Those are your 2 LTDs. Let's bring. Well, listen, we've talked about the LTDs. Let's talk about the champions. All these 96 overall. We start off with a player who I think beginning of the year, people might be surprised to know that he's gonna be a 96 overall champion in the playoff program. Rutgers University, the State University of New Jersey, stand up. Isaiah Pacheco, 96 overall. Tyler Davis, running back apprentice for 1. Jukebox is free. Backfield mismatch is free. This guy could be, there's a game in this game where there's so many halfbacks. Is it crazy to think Isaiah Pacheco could be the guy that we see out there?
No, it's not. We might see this guy in the Madden Bowl. You talked about. I believe everything is 1 AP or free for this guy. Great speed. Obviously, we know in real life he's really come on for the Chiefs to kind of create a nice dual combo with Jerick McKinnon. But this card, really nice. Great speed, the break tackle ability, the agility. Definitely a card I think we'll see in the future here.
User, somebody who came on the scene with the Saints, had a fantastic year last year and has just followed it up with a great year with the Eagles. Our second 96 overall champion, C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Abilities, let's talk it. Tackle Supreme for 1, pick artist for 1, tip drill for 0, crusher for 1, and deep in zone KO for 1. That tip drill for 0, especially in this game where we see so many jump balls, User, it seems crucial to have that out there.
Yeah, you want to have something out there, whether it's pick artist or tip drill. If you can't have pick artist, take the tip drill for 0 AP. CJ's solid. He's going to give you good speed. If you have an Eagles theme team, in which a lot of people do because the Eagles had a lot of players come out this year. So you're definitely going to have him on the roster. He'll be 97 speed. And like you said, that tip drill, you'll be able to have something on him for 0 AP.
All right, well, that's 2 of our champions. And for our last 2 champions, it feels like needed to do a little something special for 2 guys. I think if you're an NFL fan at all, you've heard of these 2 players, a couple legends coming to the playoff program. The playoff program does it big. And how about on the defensive side of the ball, Bugs, Champ Bailey, pick artist, 0. Deep route KO for 1, outmatch for 1, deep out zone KO for 1, bench press for 2, 6', 192, and Bugs, one of the best to do it at the cornerback position.
Oh yeah, Champ Bailey has always been one of those cards that you know in Madden has just consistently been good. He has decent size. He's not 6'3", 6'4", but he's 6 feet and he can get it done. And he just plays really good typically. And so you're able to have that pick artist with 0 AP, and now you can play either zone or man with him. You can put the deep route KO on him for 1, or you can put the deep out for 1. It's really up to you. It's just easy pickings.
And bench press for 2 if you want to play some of that press man coverage. Clef, I know you are a prolific passer and you're always looking for the edge at the quarterback position. How about Steve Young, 49ers and Bucks Chem? You're welcome. 6'2", 215, 1 bucket. Here's his abilities: pass lead elite for 2, QB playmaker for 2, hot route master for 2. In the other bucket, fearless for 1, gunslinger for 1. This seems like an absolutely deadly combo for one of the best to do it.
Yeah, you get that fearless, which is imperative this year. You need that. You don't want to be missing passes off inaccurate. You get gunslinger, which is imperative this year because you don't want to be throwing out of sack picks on passes that are open 20 yards or more down the field. And then you got Steve Young. This is one of those quarterbacks where he's really one of them ones. Like, you got Mike Vick, and then when it comes to lefties, you got Steve Young. You know, you want this guy on your team. Always has a good release. And then you combine it with the pass lead elite. He has all the abilities. He's mobile at the same time. You know, we got quarterbacks like John Elway right now. Even Tom Brady, they're not as mobile. You put this guy on your team, especially a Legends team, 92 speed, and can make every throw.
How do you get these players? Let's talk about those sets, these exchange sets of how you're going to maybe grab yourself one of these 96 overall champions. Exchange 5 93 overall playoff players to receive 1 96 overall playoffs champion and your choice of a 93 overall playoff elite player. So you guys gut out there, get collected. Again, releasing tomorrow with season 3 in Madden. Now, it wouldn't